back to All About That Disney Life. I am Danny B, the girl who is all about that Disney life. We now move on to our next ride for Hollywood Studios. It is Slinky Dog Dash, which is located in the Toy Story Land section of the park. And before any of you say, wait a minute, I thought you weren't talking about any rides that were part of movies that you've already talked about, I rewatched my Toy Story fact video, and I did mention the Slinky Dog Dash coaster. I just didn't go into full detail. I just told you where each of them are located at the different Disney parks, because if I were to add all the details of the coaster, it would have been a much longer video. So bear with me here. So we are going to be talking about the Slinky Dog Dash. And here is a backstory to this amazing coaster. This coaster is themed around the Slinky Dog character from the Toy Story movies. And the story of the ride is that Andy has built a roller coaster using his Dash and Dodge Mega Coaster kit and decided to use Slinky Dog as the ride vehicle. The ride can accommodate up to 4 trains at a time. The attraction concludes with a performance by the first ever audio animatronic Wheezy the Penguin, who serenades guests at the big finale on the final break run. Wheezy's singing on the ride was voiced by actor Sean Keenan. So here's the history to the coaster. In August of 2015, at the D23 Expo, it was announced that Toy Story Land would be added to Disney's Hollywood Studios. There would be 2 new attractions in the area, Slinky Dog Dash and Alien Swirling Saucers. Slinky Dog Dash would be the park's second roller coaster after Rockin' Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. Construction of Slinky Dog Dash began in 2016 alongside Toy Story Land and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. The track layout was finished on August 1st, 2017. Later that month, the ride vehicle arrived at the park. The ride performed its first test runs in September of 2017. On June 30th, 2018, Slinky Dog Dash opened to guests along with Toy Story Land. In January of 2019, the tails on the back of each train were briefly removed for a safety inspection, but they were returned a few weeks later. So here's the queue layout for the coaster while you're waiting. Guests enter the queue by either taking the standby or lightning lane entrances. The standby sign is a gold medallion that belongs to Buster, that's Andy's dog. It's on his collar, revealing the address 234 Elm Street on the back. As guests make their way through the queue, guests pass by numerous toys and pathways. Some sections of the outdoor portion, including an extended queue area, received a permanent shade structure in September of 2019, and thank God for that, because the Florida heat and standing in that long of a lineup, because that is a very popular coaster to go on. And I think that's, besides this and the Rock and Roller Coaster, that's the only coasters at Hollywood Studios. Or I don't know any other coasters. I haven't been there in a while, but I think no, that's it. It's only this coaster and Aerosmith coaster. That's the only ones at Hollywood Studios. But standing in that long line and the Florida heat, that shade is kind of useful. So in the shaded switched back section, there are some crafting materials, such as a bottle of Elmer's glue and a box of Crayola crayons. Guests can spot Andy's schematics sketched on notebook paper and other school supplies. There are some screens that show the safety instructions. The pathways also pass by cards and blocks. The walls even feature stickers, with one of them being a reference to the Triple R Ranch. Guests then reach the station where they board the train. So here is the layout for the coaster. The train exits the station and makes a right turn into the first launch. Riders hit a left turn and go over a small airtime hill. The train races through Andy's yard, going through a frame built out of blocks with Jessie clinging to them. The train then moves through a left-handed helix. Guests then dip into an archway of blocks with Rex on top. After a right turn, the train goes through a block tunnel and slows down. It stops at the second launch and the countdown begins. Riders are then launched through a series of go rings as the train passes the on-ride camera, which takes photos of the guests. The train makes its way through an airtime hill and a left turn. Guests go through a series of bunny hills and another left turn. Passing by some blocks, the train makes a right turn. Riders hit the final brake run and spot a Wheezy animatronic on the right singing "You've Got a Friend in Me." Following this, the train returns to the station where riders exit the ride. So my experience with Slinky Dog Dash, I love this coaster. I love going to Toy Story Land. I love this section of the park, and I love Toy Story so much, and Slinky Dog Dash. It's just a great idea. Like, who would think of a Slinky Dog being a coaster? Like, that's genius. And I always enjoy standing in that very long line, and it is a very long line since they got rid of the Fast Pass entrance, but I do love waiting and finally getting onto that coaster. It's just amazing, and it's very fun. It's just an amazing coaster, and I did find 2 pictures from my visit when I went with my mom and my sister in 2019. I tried to see if I could find pictures because I remember going on it once when I went on my honeymoon in 2021 when I had to stand in that long line. I think I stood in that line for about an hour and a half to get on the coaster. But I did find the 2 pictures of myself and my sister and my mom on the coaster when we went in 2019 because we went the year after Toy Story Land was built. So this first picture here, that's me and my sister. We are in the back, and we always said that the back of the coaster is always the best because you just get more of like the adrenaline and it's just fun. And like, we were just having a ball. We both love Toy Story, and I can't still believe that we were able to experience this, and I am gripping on for dear life because I didn't know we were going to go that fast. So the second picture, this is from 2019 again. This is the second time we went to Hollywood Studios within the week that we were at Disney World, and I think we were kind of in the middle. There's me and my sister, and then my mom is right behind us. Yeah, my mom makes the weirdest faces on rides, and that's why me and my sister just laugh. Because we always say we can't be right beside her because we just kill ourselves laughing. It's just ridiculous. But we do love this coaster so much. And there you have it. All the facts to the Slinky Dog Dash. If you like this video, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. And I hope you have a zippity-doo-dah day. Goodbye.